As the first votes in the 2016 race for the presidency gets underway today, there are a large number of issues that are being brought to the forefront by voters all over the country. Alabamians will cast their primary votes on March 1st, and many of those same issues are of concern here as well. Joining me now is Carl Brady, who spent some time last week talking about some of those topics with Congressman Mike Rogers.
Thanks, Vanessa. Every few weeks, Congressman Mike Rogers comes home to the 3rd Congressional District to visit schools and businesses and to lend an ear to his constituents. Well, last week, Congressman Rogers and I sat down and talked about some of the most pressing concerns that he is often asked about. Now, our first topic in this series of reports is health care. You may not have even heard about it, but the House and Senate got together on January 4th and voted to repeal Obamacare. The House had successfully approved the repeal nearly 60 times in the past, but January 4th marked the first time that the Senate had joined the House in passing the bill. As expected, President Obama vetoed the bill, but there was very little attention given to the vote and the veto by the national media. Rogers blamed the lack of coverage on a well-played distraction by the president.
He knew when it was going to be, the vote was going to be held, so he announced his proposed executive action on gun rights.
Right.
And he knew to do that, to make that suck all the oxygen out of D.C. and the media coverage, because every time he even suggests tightening Americans' rights under the Second Amendment, the public goes nuts.
Yeah. Rogers says that with the continued increases in the cost of everyone's health care plans, the public is angry and ready for something to be done about it. He says that even though some have claimed that the vote was simply an empty political move, it was important to show the public that the Congress is ready to make a move.
We were very upfront with people all along that the president has said he would veto it, and we don't have the votes to override it, so even going through this is an empty gesture. But the public kept saying, we want to see you do it anyway. We want to, and I think they wanted to see if we could. We have demonstrated to the American people now that we will vote to repeal it. All they've got to do now is give us a Republican president that will sign it.
Now, to see and hear much more on this topic and several other issues, you can tune in to this week's edition of my East Alabama Today show. You can catch East Alabama Today several times this week, including both Tuesday and Thursday evenings at 5:30 p.m. with additional airings you can see there scattered throughout the schedule.